Have you ever wondered why the cost of education seems to be constantly rising, making it harder for families to afford? It's a trend that's been steadily climbing upward and shows no sign of slowing down. This escalation puts a tremendous strain on families, especially those with multiple children. Each year, parents are asked to dig deeper into their pockets to keep up with these ever-increasing costs. Understanding why these costs increase so dramatically starts with understanding the concept of inflation. Inflation, in simple terms, is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising. It's like a sneaky thief that nibbles away at the value of your money over time. Let's say you've saved $100 today. Thanks to inflation, a year from now you might find that your $100 can't buy you as much as it could today. Now, imagine that on a larger scale, like the cost of education. If the rate of inflation is 2% per year, the cost of a college education will also increase by 2%. So if tuition is $50,000 this year, next year it's going to be $51,000. And it's not just tuition. The cost of textbooks, accommodation, and other expenses also rise. So, as inflation rises, so does the cost of education. But why is that? Inflation impacts education costs in a few different ways. For starters, it increases the price of school materials and resources. Textbooks, technology, and even basic school supplies become more expensive as the overall cost of goods rises. This in turn affects the operating costs of educational institutions, leading to increased tuition fees. Next, there's the issue of salaries. As the cost of living increases due to inflation, educational staff from teachers to administrators need higher wages to maintain their standard of living. This further drives up the cost of education. Lastly, let's not forget the impact on student loans. As inflation rises, so does the interest rate on loans. This means students may end up paying back significantly more than they borrowed, adding another layer of complexity to the cost of education. Inflation's impact on education costs is a complex issue, but understanding it can help families better plan for these expenses. Let's quickly recap what we've discussed. We started with the escalating costs of education, a trend that shows no signs of slowing down. Then, we dove into inflation, an economic phenomenon that erodes the value of money over time. Finally, we connected the dots between inflation and rising education costs, demonstrating how this silent financial force can significantly impact our plans for higher education. Knowledge is power. Understanding inflation and its impact on education costs can help you make informed decisions about your family's future.